This is to the Illuminati. To the Illuminati. You are the worst form of existence of any and all existence. You who were the destroyers. You who held our increases so close to you. You who let starvation and thirst envelop our mother and her children. You who covered our mother with filth. You who dropped chemicals on us from the skies. You who sacrificed human life to strengthen your shade. In your day of judgment, your souls are afflicted with torment. Your empire has crumbled before you. There is no escape for you. All your plans have come to naught. I rejoice in your destruction and curse all the days of your reign. These are the words of Michael, the clay that has been formed by the gods. Clay has been formed by the gods. That's me. Ground rules. Alright. There. And then. Yeah, I wrote this at the beginning when I thought I was going to save some people. I'll read it anyways. What the hell? This is to those who are awake. Initiation shall come from information. The tree of salvation shall spring from the truth. The thread shall bring us together, and I shall lead you. The podium was empty, with no voice to be heard. I am the village and the voice. There is no quarter in commitment, but contained therein is dedication, devotion, and veneration that brings salvation and revelation. Awaken your bodies and rattle your chains. Raise your voices and be heard. Closure and new beginnings are to be considered. What has gone around has come back around. The black sun is returning on the sad wings of destiny. Put personal preferences aside and save your brothers and sisters. A change of station is upon us. Throw a line to all who will grasp. Know the Jews and the Illuminati are our sworn enemies. Know that those who suffer in Enki's name shall be rewarded in another world. Know that those who stand under our image, that their souls are completely safeguarded from the enemy. Know that we shall return as gods of the new age. We shall set the new windings of time. We shall hold all the secrets. We shall be travelers of angles. We shall swear to never become enveloped by greed, ignorance, and arrogance, or pride. We shall rule with iron hands and crush the rising of any former mists of those who are without. There is no middle ground, and if you are not with us, you are against us. Events shall determine when the time of salvation shall be terminated. Hail unto the threshold of Lord Enki. What I got here? Let's mark some stuff. Oh, this is about the scumbag Hindu scum. Listen to this. Hidden in plain sight. That's the name of this. Let me reveal to the world one good example of a conspiracy hidden in plain sight. Why do you think all of the Hindu and Muslim scum come over here from India and Pakistan and wherever the fuck they come from? Why do you think that their transportation is paid for? Why do you think that they are exempt from paying taxes? Why do you think that they receive government grants to purchase their businesses? Why do you think that they buy up all the gas stations? Why do you think that they buy up all the convenience stores? Why do you think they buy up all the motels? Why do you think they buy up all the Domino's and Subways and other small food service institutions? Why do you think their caste system is the same caste system as the lizards? These people are hybrid abominations. I'm sure that our government has built separate bunkers to facilitate these abomination scum. They are under the illusion that their business will be protected during the upcoming unrest and implication of martial law. They are under the illusion that they will be kept safe and will survive the arrival of Nibiru by hiding in these bunkers, which they won't survive anyways. Also by bringing other members of their family here and them receiving amnesty and a social security number. In addition to these family members working under the table for their family, they become eligible to receive the government top-off under-income check from the U.S. Treasury. So they basically make money coming and going, and they will make money coming back as well. But they're not going to come back because they're going to be dead. This is because one once most of the population is interred in concentration camps and killed off for food for the lizards, organs and body parts sold and provided to, and for the coming invasion of these aliens that are planning on taking control of Earth. These people will return to mind their businesses in order to serve the surviving elite and members of FEMA, U.S. military, 6th Army, United Nations Civil Readiness troops. Also, all of the employees of all the concentration camps and other privately run prisons and correctional institutions and incineration facilities. How could you not see this deception? I always knew there was something fishy about this occurrence. Now I know why. Also, many of these places of businesses are hiding caches of weapons and ammunition and other supplies that these survivors will use down in their basements and other spaces that used to hold old gas tanks that became deteriorated and had to be replaced. These people hate us, but they love our money. They will smile and be gracious to your face, and when you leave, they tell each other how much they hate you. You go get a motel. Oh, how you doing, sir? Oh, yeah, everything good, yeah. And then as soon as you leave, I hate those fucking white people. That's what they say. They hate us. They hate us. Believe me, they hate us. They hate us. They're nice to you. Oh, yeah, give me your money. Oh, as soon as you leave. They don't like us. They hate us. And I think they got to deal with the Mexicans, too. That's why they're letting all those scumbags in, too. Mexican scum. Not all Mexican people are bad. That really wasn't. I apologize for that. I'm sorry about that. That was uncalled for. I'm upset. You know, not all Mexican people are bad, but I mean, you're going along with the bad people. I mean, what do you expect me to feel? You know, what do you think? Just let all these Mexicans in just because? For what reason? The reason is that they're going to use them as workers. Like the Hindus. Same shit. That's the same, I think it's the same type of conspiracy. That's what I believe. That's what I believe, my children. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. You know, my children, things are about to hit the fan. You know, I hope you guys are prepared. You know, I hope you got tons of water and food put up and toilet paper. You know, how are you going to use the toilet? First of all, you're going to have to put water in the tank to flush it, and then you're going to have and then you need a lot of toilet paper because you can't go to the store to buy any, unless you want to use your hand. You can't jump in the shower. There ain't going to be no water. There's not going to be no electricity. There's going to be no gas. Nothing. I mean, nothing. Nothing. Except motherfuckers trying to kill you. Looking for your food. Everybody needs to go to the bank right now, immediately. Take out all your money and everything in your safety deposit box. Bring it back to your house. Hide your shit under some floorboards or in the ceiling or go down your basement. Wrap your money in plastic, something plastic, waterproof, and put it in your sump pump box. Way down somewhere, somewhere where no one's gonna look. No one's gonna look. Under a floor, inside of a bedpost, or somewhere inside of a door. That's a good place. I don't know if you guys know about that trick. That's an old mafia trick. Inside the door. Tell you guys too many secrets. True story, a miracle. Great irony. Oh, this is what I was looking for. Oh, I couldn't find it. I was going crazy trying to find this. Well, now I'm getting into bad territory. Some of this stuff put me at risk, my children. It's the end of the world. I mean, it's the end of the world. It's over. The answer's over. Anybody stupid enough to be going to work right now? You're really stupid. If you got money, there's no reason to go to work. What are you going to work for? For what? To make money that you're not going to spend? If the grocery store has been looted and burnt to the ground, how are you going to go shopping there? Or any store, because there's not going to be no stores left. There's going to be nowhere to buy anything. Doesn't even matter how much money you got. Nobody's going to sell you no food. They want this food for themselves. You could give someone $1 million for a can of beans. They're going to say, hell no. You eat your $1 million, I'll eat my can of beans. What are they going to do with $1 million? Nothing. Start a fire with it? I mean, come on. This is really putting myself on the hanger right here if I read this. But I'm not going to read it yet because I'm trying to give you guys some teaching before I really... But at least now I know where it is. I got to mark this or something. Because I want to read it to you one of these days. I'll tell you the title. To the Three Tales of the Smoking Firebrands and Their Foxes. What do you guys know about firebrands? That's what they used to do in the old days. They used to tie fires to the tails of the foxes and send them through the fields or in the castles, burn down everything. I know the Lord wants me to read this too. He wants me to read it. I know he does. This is one of the things he wants me to read. Ugh. Well, you know what? If somebody either comes and kills me or rescues me, either way I'd be better off. Because, I don't know, this is not life. This is just existence. I mean, suffering in existence is not life. It's not. What kind of life is that? It's just suffering and existence. Just getting by, struggling, just to live. You know, this place is for people with money. You ain't got no money, there's no point being here. It shouldn't be that way. It's not supposed to be that way. You know, you should be content to run a farm and enjoy spending time with the animals, taking care of the animals and growing your crops and seeing them grow and watching your children grow up and, you know, taking care of your house and your property. Those kinds of things are what's supposed to make you happy, my children, not money. But that's the way this world is. It's become that, you know. So when I say there's no point in being here unless you got money, that's the way it is, but that's not the way it's supposed to be, and I know that. So before any wise guy comes along and says, whoa, some dumb shit, you know I know that, so don't come later and tell me that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. This is basically to the bad people. I'm just going to say the bad people. I'm not going to direct it at anybody, but the bad people. So it's up to you. You think you're good or bad, I guess. I don't know what I'm laughing about. I'm really completely disgusted, and I'm very upset, but I don't know why I'm even laughing. Okay. To the Three Tales of the Smoking Firebrands and Their Foxes. Let me give you a small example of some of the things you'll be facing before you decide to throw your salvation down the drain. My children, even if you die, you will not really die, as long as you die on the correct side of righteousness. I will reincarnate your souls to fight the good fight. Remember, our Lord says, anyone who suffers in my name shall be rewarded in another world. Those who die in their efforts to kill and imprison and persecute the righteous peoples will suffer eternal death and be cast into misery. First and foremost, you will be facing the great army of hell. You will be facing all of our top witches, sorcerers, and magicians. You will be facing all true galactic allies, the Velon, the Nordics, the Agartha Army and Air Force of Middle Earth, the Aryan Army of Middle Earth, most likely Germany, most likely Japan. You would have faced Libya, Syria, Iraq, and Afghanistan, but you already wiped them out because you had already foreseen this. Most likely Russia and North Korea as well. You will be facing, listen very carefully, armies of giant spiders, armies of giant snakes, armies of giant squirrels, every single demon in existence which you foresaw by imprisoning them and holding them in bondage, but the great Savior, Maxine Dietrich, freed every last one of them. Flocks of giant bats that will bite you in your neck, suck your blood, and turn you into fucking raisins. Oh, don't forget about the gargoyles. And both the gargoyles and the bats are invisible. So when then you dum-dums are running through the city trying to imprison all the ghetto people that live in the city, all the bats and the gargoyles are going to swoop down, going to jump off the roofs and swoop down and cut you into shreds. You won't see them. All there's going to be is just a pile of flesh and camouflage clothes, and that's what's going to be left. And then the vultures are going to come, prepared it nice for us. And they're going to eat you. Eat you. Yeah. Armies of dinosaurs, including brontosauruses, that will walk around, smush you all into little camouflage pancakes. Then my soldiers will walk around, pick up all your weapons to use for themselves, take all your ammunition and alien technology devices, run your pockets, take anything of value for themselves, as they should, take all your dog tags and destroy them, probably just throw them down the sewer, because ain't nobody going to go looking in there for that shit. So no one will be able to identify any remains that the vultures don't eat. Take all other forms of identification and any personal letters or pictures of loved ones, put them in a pile and pour gasoline on them and burn them, or whatever they have at the time to burn them with. I don't know. Might not have gas, whatever they can find. You will be facing flocks of pterodactyl birds that will pick you up and drop you from hundreds of feet in the air if they don't just bite your heads off. You will be facing sea monsters that will ride the tidal waves in as far as they can and eat you. Schools of megalodon sharks that will be swimming around in the water, just hoping you fall in so they could gobble you up. You will be facing every life form that has ever existed here on Earth. As a matter of fact, you could possibly be facing any life form that has ever existed anywhere, as we are encompassed within the Velon, and they are the keepers of all genetic records and makeups of all life in the entire universe. Every single hoodlum, criminal, and gangster that could possibly get together, including the entire Solido Nation and all Latin kings. You will be facing every single prisoner in our place of dwelling, because they are all going to be released from their bondage, placed upon them unrighteously and erroneously. Where is your hope? Because I don't see it anywhere. Is it hiding under a rock like the lizards? Oh, don't forget Mother Earth, who is the boss of bosses and our master. She will shake you and drown you in lava. You will be like hot cross buns baking in your Betty Crocker bunker ovens. So, are you sure you want to go along with the Judean Christian Jesuit Illuminati lizard monsters? Well, forget about the lizard part, because I think they've been infested with the virus, so I'm going to stop scorching them. The worst part about it is that you will never, never, never live again. That's the solid word of your prince, Michael. You'll never live again. Never. I'll never reincarnate you. And as a matter of fact, the really, really horrible people, like the Rockefellers and who's the other dirtbags? The Rothschilds, and people like Oprah Winfrey, Clinton, Cheney, all like the real big scumbags. I'm going to bind all their souls and put them on a shelf down in hell. I'm going to put them all in like vessels and they have their names on it. You got Bill Clinton over there. I'll put Hillary next to Bill. Hillary is his sister. That's not his wife. Just to let you know. So I put brother and sister next to each other, Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton. Put them next to each other. And then all the rest of the dirtbags. And then I had a secret plan. Listen to this plan, guys. This is a good plan. Instead of me, just annihilating them, I'm going to keep them for a secret weapon. Secret weapon. Because once I make my investigation of all the spacecraft termites that have been here and what they've been involved with and what they've been doing, if I find out that they've been doing bad shit, I'm going to find out where the home planets are. And then I'm going to go over there and I'm going to drop in the Illuminati. I'm going to drop them in there like a plague. Here you go. I'll even give them money to start off with. I'll send the Rothschilds over there. I'll bring them back to life and shit. And then I'll take them over to the planet, give them like $1 million to start off with, or whatever the currency of that planet is. Give them some money to start. Here you go. And drop them in there. Come back like 100 years later, the whole civilization brought to its knees. Rothschild be sitting up there, hey, yeah. I can see it now. Rothschild go to some planet, right? They don't even have money. They just share resources and shit. They never heard of a bank. They don't even know what a bank is. And then Rothschild goes over, hey, I got a good idea. Oh yeah, what's that? Well, I know about this thing. It's called an economy. Economy? What's that? Well, you take these pieces of paper and then you put pyramids on them, and then you write our world order or new world order over the pyramid, and then you put an eye on top, and then you make the paper and then you put different numbers on it. It makes it worth like $1 or $5. Dollar? What's a dollar? Oh, that's the name of the paper. Dollars. We call them dollars. Yeah, and then you start you make buildings, and then you put the paper in the buildings. Really? Yeah. And then you can buy stuff. Buy stuff. What do you mean buy? What's that buy? Well, you make shops. Shops. Yeah, you could sell stuff. Go back like 100 years later. Rothschild sitting up there. He got like 1,000 banks all over the fucking planet and shit. He got a mansion and shit. His own mansion. He's driving like space Rolls Royces around. Yeah, they're gonna be my secret weapon, like a plague. I'm gonna drop them in. I might even make clones, like 100 Rothschilds, and put some on each planet. There you go. Wow, unbelievable. Because at first I thought, well, just find out where their whole planets are. Just go blow their planets into oblivion like the Death Star in Star Wars. And then I thought about, I can't do that because planets are spirits. And why should the planet suffer? Because it's some dirtbags, I don't think I came up with that on my own. I think the spirits made me aware of that. Can't take it out on the planet. That's not fair. Planets are spirit, my children. Spirits. So I thought it'd be a good idea. I'd just save them for like a plague. Illuminati plague. I just drop it in one of our enemies. To bring the whole civilization to its knees within 100, 200 years. It'd be all set. I don't know what I'm laughing for. I'm really completely disgusted. I don't understand what I'm laughing. There's nothing to be laughing about. Believe me. We're in bad shape, guys. Bad shape. Really bad shape. Really bad shape. This is one of the scorches I wrote to the space rat termites. I'm not going to read you all the scorches. I should, because they're just so... I just tore them to pieces. Really tore them to pieces. Don't forget, I'm the angel with the sword coming out of my mouth. Don't forget, my children. That's me. You know, in the Bible, sword? That's me. Anyways. This is called One More to the Beloved Ones. Because they're the dum-dums come on, they go, oh, beloved ones, they say. They just want to come down here and be the new Illuminati. That's all they want. And they're so full. They're such liars. They're such liars. I see right through them like they're all just panes of glass. Panes of glass. Just like I see through everybody I see. I go to Walmart. I read people's minds. I read people's minds. I mean, it's not a deep, totally... Why should I waste my time reading all their thoughts? I don't want to read all your thoughts. I mean, I don't even want to read your thoughts. They just come to me. I mean, as I look at someone, I don't know where it comes from, but now I can read people's minds. I don't even want to. It just automatically just happens. I mean, what I want to read someone's mind for? I don't give a fuck what you're doing. All is well. Oh yeah. So this is I think this was the fake Archangel Michael. It comes on. I'm Archangel Michael. Isn't that me? Oh my God. So they said, oh. So this is what I said, because this is the shit he said. All is well and all this bullshit. I said, all is well. The world is perfectly fine. What the fuck? Yeah, we are flowing and dancing all right, amidst all the crack pipes, needles, bottles, chemtrails, geoengineering, thousands of prisons, vaccines that are killing and turning our children autistic, skyscrapers being blown up by our own government and killing thousands of people at a time, wars that are being engineered and being blamed on imaginary causes, lizards eating us, gray monsters getting high off our adrenal juice, our poor Lord being shit on for thousands of years, millions of homeless people, millions of people dying of thirst and hunger, while Oprah Winfrey just gets fatter and fatter and richer, just to use her for an example. Birds dying and falling out of the sky and landing on our heads, the oceans and all the sea life dying and washing up on the shore all over the earth, space rat termites blowing up highways, one half of our place of dwelling freezing, while the other half fries like potato chips. There are so many bunkers and underground tunnels that pretty soon our cities... Our cities are just going to fall in on themselves. The Illuminati Jesuit monsters about to send 10,000 Ebola-infected Africans to kill us. Lizards sacrificing our children. Human byproducts in our food. I didn't even tell you about that yet. The Yosemite supervolcano that is already surrounded by nuclear energy bombs already set to blow up and initiate the eruption. Bioplastic poisons in our water. A whole planet full of zombies that are completely engulfed by the Matrix and this illusion that has been pervaded upon us. Television that hypnotizes people and sends subliminal messages into their brain to fuck them all up. A table that has been created to turn us into drug addicts, alcoholics, perverts, fat pieces of shit, and cuts us off from our most gracious Lord. Also, it creates blockages of the heart chakra and lack of empathy, which there is definitely no lack of here. Homeland security, killing our own people. Scientists and astrologers, Israel persecuting the righteous peoples of Palestine, the poor Libyans, Syrians, people of Iraq, and especially the poor Yazidi people, who are the chosen people of our Lord, all of our trees dying so that pretty soon we are going to suffocate, unless of course we fry first from the solar radiation caused by our asshole government tearing holes in the atmosphere. Pretty soon we'll be living in a microwave. The elite, or your so-called dark cabal, destroying our economy and turning the whole world against us. We can't spend $1 anywhere without giving it to the enemy because they own everything. Get a grip. Get a grip, I told him. Get a grip. Then I realized they were like computer generated and not even real. So I stopped doing that shit. Ranting and raving at a computer. You know, what a dumbass. I'm sure Hire could go and listen to this dummy ranting and raving at a computer. I mean, they must have really thought really something on me with that one. Jeez. They probably got a few laughs at this, how much I scorched the shit out of them, though. Scorched them bad. real. I wrote so many. I would sit here and just listen to them. Steam would come out of my ears. I mean, just the lies, the lies. I'm not gonna read this. This is really bad. I'm not gonna read that. I'm not gonna read that. I'm gonna give you a little hope. If you come to your senses and humble yourself before the Lord, heaven forbid. I'll give you a little hope for the future. Futures. There are many resources that, if shared, will be most beneficial to many peoples of the world. We will bring fresh, unpolluted water and geothermal energy sources to the surface. We will implement many horticultural programs to protect our most important trees and plants. There will be no type of pollution entering into any body of waters. There are many proper and helpful ways of dealing with our refuse. We will implement many programs to keep close watch and to protect our atmosphere from any future deterioration. We will use wind, solar, and water current driven power. Any nuclear or efficient energy producing installations will be constructed in the most careful of ways. They will be built in a manner that they will be able to withstand any type of earth changes or intergalactic threats. We may not even have to resort to this very unstable power source. There are many other technologies that have been kept from us. There will be no need for electrical wires, as electricity is capable of being pulled directly from our gaseous makeup of the air we breathe. There will be no need for cable TV companies, as these signals will be beamed directly to your information screens. There will not be television as you know it. Everyone will be given a laptop, not to waste time playing games, fucking around on Facebook, and watching rap videos. These will be used for educational purposes. School will be only for children to learn basic skills. There will be specialty classes to learn trades and how to use beneficial technologies. Everyone will be connected to the Akashic Records. Everyone will be highly spiritually evolved. Everyone will be totally connected to us, your divine force. We will develop special materials to surface our roads and walkways. These materials will allow us to stay firmly connected to Mother Earth at all times. There will be no need for phones, as you will all be able to communicate telepathically. All of you will be fully trained in all types of divination as well. Your DNA, chakras, and brain hemispheres will be fully activated. Remember what I said, my children. Trying is lying. If we're going to do this, we're going to do it, or don't do it at all. Gotta do it this time, guys. We really gotta do it. Enough of this starting over shit. It's enough. Enough is enough. Fuck all that starting over. Starting over. That's it. If these planets are really planets, they're not just holograms, and I can't manipulate the generator, then we're gonna have to rely on our allies to move these planets out of this orbit, and it can be done because Velon created the solar system. What do you think? These planets just ended up here swirling around the sun? They are put here, my children. Constructed. Velon did it, or the Wingmakers, one of the two. I don't know. Wingmakers probably had something to do with it. Velon. Or, who's ever running the generator. I don't got all the answers, my children. I'm doing my best here. Doing my best. What can I say? I don't have all the answers, but doing my best to try to do my best. I got stuff, but it's so long. I can't deal with minutes here, guys. Minutes. I need lifetimes to teach you. Lifetimes. And you're going to have it. When we come back, you're going to live for 500-600 years before your body deteriorates. Unless you want a new body. You come to me and say, about a body, can I have a new body? I say, sure. Boop, new body. Or you go back and be a baby again. But you're not going to start over. Everyone's going to be taught to keep their spirit intact through the process of death. Everybody. Every single person. You won't have to start over again. Whatever you learn in that life, you got to carry on to the next life. You remember. You even have the same name, but you're going to be a different body. That's how it was when we came back. We're pre-dynastic kings in Egypt. That's why they knocked all the faces off the statues, because they didn't want anybody to know. And back then it was devotees, so they knew that that king was the same king, just in a different body, because he got killed in a war or whatever. So didn't come back as a baby. The Lord just transmigrated his soul into another body and sent him back. So he wasn't gone for long. It just looked different. That's where all the confusion comes from. I could tell you so many secrets, you guys. So many. But when? You know how long it takes to download this video? 16 hours. 16 hours. 16 hours. I did the one I did before this, 6:30 this morning. It's now, what time? Midnight? Oh, boy. So, yeah, we're in big trouble, guys. Shit's gonna hit the fan soon. All I can say is I hope the Lord takes us out of here before shit gets real bad, man. Hope he does. What if Elon just zap us up in the Nordics? Zap us up out of here. Like I said, I don't know how it's gonna go down, but I know we leave from the fourth dimension. We don't just leave from here. We don't just take off. The Lord wants to show us around, because when we come back, we're going to be in charge, and a lot of our people are going to leave, you guys. Don't forget, they've been here a long time. They might want to leave, go somewhere else. Come on. They've been here a long time, guys. They did their job. It's time. They want to leave. Go ahead. So that means they're going to have to show us around and show us how to create the castle and how to create our side dimensions and make sure the creations are happy in there, and what's hell all about and how does it work, and we got to learn all this shit, you guys. We got to learn. Lord's got to show us. The hierarchy's got to show us. The helper's got to show us. We got to be able to look at these giant scary spiders and shit and be okay with it. Those are the creations of our Lord, my children. I'm sure the first time we see the spiders, we're going to be fucking terrified, but we have to get over it. We have to get over it. He even talks about that in the epistles. He talks about it. And, some of my demons have whole fearful countenances that my devotees need to rise above that. And we will. Rise above it, and I'm sure even the dinosaurs, I don't know how you train a brontosaurus, but they must have found a way. They must have found a way. Like I said, all the demons are going to see the stain of baptism. So if you're baptized, you're hit. Unless you reconsecrate yourself. I already told you how to do that. You got to make the oil and all that shit. You reconsecrate yourself, you're straight. But other than that, they ain't eat you alive. There's no selection. Once you let the dogs of war loose, there's no selection. Can't say, oh, kill that person, not that person. Doesn't work that way, my children. Every person they see, they're going to kill. Men, women, children, everybody. Everybody. And most of them are going to be invisible. How are you going to hide from someone who's invisible? You're not even going to see it. It'll be invisible. Doing my best, my children. I hope somebody watches this shit, man. I don't get no comments or nothing. It doesn't look like anybody's watching this. Except probably the dirtbags are watching it, They have to be watching it because copyright infringement. I just made the fucking video. I just made the shit. And they right away, copyright infringement, They didn't block it here, I don't think. I think they blocked it in England because they don't want Judas Priest to see this. If Judas Priest sees me on here, or Metallica, or Pink Floyd, or Jimmy Page, or Robert Plant, or Black Sabbath, or Iron Maiden, they see that, they're going to come looking for me. They're going to come looking for me, my children. They'll come right here and get me. Limousines, pull up. Pull right up here. Bada Bada, is that you in there? Come on, Bada Bada. Come stay with me in my big, giant, huge mansion. You think they won't? They wrote 10 million songs about me. Of course they're going to come looking for it. See, they didn't come before because they didn't know what I looked like, which is not really an excuse because any sorcerer, witch, and magician could have found me in 10 seconds through divination. So that's not really an excuse, but what are you going to do? They had their careers and shit, So I'm sure they had a lot of responsibilities. Plus they did a hell of a job. How can you get mad at them? What a hell of a job. They did a hell of a job, my children. I know you guys didn't hear the messages. You thought it was all fantasy and all this shit. It's not fantasy. Not fantasy. It's real. And a lot of songs are about me. If anybody watches this and you go and listen to the Metallica songs and the Black Sabbath songs and Iron Maiden and the Judas Priest songs, and you think about me, you're going to see, holy shit, he's right. You're going to say, oh my God, he's right. All those songs are about him. What the hell? Where have I been all my life? You're going to see. I mean, not hard to see. Even I didn't know when I was young, I don't know what the songs were about either. Then after a while, I'm like, wait a minute, it's some kind of message in here. And then, of course, now I know what they're about, but Celine Dion, Sade, they all wrote mad songs about me. I think Christine McVie wrote a few songs. Even Sarah McLachlan, I think, wrote a few songs about me, too. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to shut it off. Then, of course, I got to wait another 16 hours to make some more videos. But I could make some one on my shitty phone over there, but I can't see. It's only the camera's on the other side. So at least now I can see myself. I know, I'm trying to do some Illuminati lighting production over here and shit, but I don't know. So I changed it to gray color. See, it was a little different. Oh, I don't know. Remember I told you before, look in the background for the spirits? Yo, you guys, the videos I made before, I was sitting in the same place, and the mirror was there, and there was no bubble of light coming out of the mirror in those early videos. You look for yourself. That weird bubble of light that was coming out of that mirror earlier, I don't even think it's coming out now. It's not even there anymore.